What is up, guys? I am so excited for this day. I can't believe this day got here as fast as it did. I first want to start off by saying my name is Ariana. Welcome to Burn Your Truth, the PodTalk show. As I said in my description, I was unsure of whether or not to consider this a podcast or more of a talk show. So we'll see where it takes us. But for right now, it will be considered a pod talk show. Yes, I came up with that by myself. No, I do not care if it's actually a thing or not. I just can't believe this day is actually here. So my name is Ariana. I am the founder of Burn Your Truth, which is a candle business that I started a little over a year ago. If you're not already, please go follow my business page on Instagram at Burn Your Truth. I am also on Facebook. I do a lot of posting on both my personal Facebook and my business Facebook profile. Either way, my name on there is Ariana Hargrove or Burn Your Truth. I do have a website, www.burnyourtruth.com. If you have not visited the site, please go take a look. It will be restocked sooner than you guys think. I will announce the official launch date really soon. I'll have those pre-fall scents available for purchase. So yes, go check me out. I am trying to get more into TikTok, but I ain't got there yet. So right now we're just going to worry about Facebook and Instagram. Go follow me on those platforms. So today's video, this is my first video. I am celebrating my 27th birthday. I'm excited for another year of life. I'm grateful for all the years I've had thus far, and I'm just ready to see where life takes me. The purpose of this video is to introduce myself, to introduce this show. So to do so, I have asked 27, I can't believe I even know 27 people, like enough to ask me questions. But I have asked a total of 27 people to ask me 27 different questions that can be about whatever. There were no restrictions on the questions. So I'm really excited about a lot of the questions that I got. I was not expecting y'all to get as deep as y'all did, but I'm here for it because guess what? It's called Burn Your Truth, so we are going to do it. So I typed up everyone's questions. I've placed them in this candle jar here. It's just an old jar that I found laying around. Everyone's questions are in here. So I will literally just go in, pick them out one by one, and we're going to get right into it. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please make sure you subscribe, follow, like, whatever it is you need to do to support. Take care of that before or after you watch this video. Let's start. I'm so excited. I probably should have brought a drink to this show, but let's just see. Question number one. I really thought about like telling y'all who asked the question and what my relationship is to that person and yada yada yada. Wait, listen. This is my truth, not y'all's. So I just decided to leave everybody's name anonymous. I'm just gonna ask the questions. You guys know who you are when you hear your question. Like, that was me. Cool. Okay. Question number one. What is the biggest lesson or truth that you've learned in year 26? Woo! What is the biggest lesson or truth that you learned in year 26? So this recording is live. Like, I am answering these questions on the spot. There has been no pre-recording. There has been no practice. So I am answering these questions on the spot. So bear with me. I do have an answer for this. I'm just trying to put it into words. There's something else that you guys may not know about me. As much as I love to talk, I am not a talker. That is another purpose of this PodTalk show, is just to get me to open up more. I can text you all day long. I'll write you a letter. I'll even type you an essay. But when it comes to having to speak things out loud. When it comes to serious conversations, that is something that I struggle with. So this is huge for me that I'm like sitting here really thinking of questions on the spot like this about my personal life. So bear with me. I'm gonna read the question one more time. What is the biggest lesson or truth that you've learned in year 26? I would say year 26 taught me that life can literally go anywhere at any point. And what I mean by that is you will think everything is great, and then it's just all of a sudden not. And that's okay. But if I had to say what my biggest truth learned in year 26, it's that life can literally take a turn for the worst at any moment. And of course, what I think is the worst may not be the worst to somebody else. Like, somebody else might hear that and be like, girl, bye. Like, you know. So I do also believe that there's always somebody out there with a problem bigger than yours, 100%. But that is the biggest thing that I think that I learned in year 26 is that life will literally turn on you at any moment. Don't get too comfortable. Don't get too anything, really. You have to take life day by day, and that's exactly what I've been doing. So that would be the biggest. All right, we're gonna move on to the next question. Trust me, y'all, it gets deeper. There were some serious questions in here, like, really. All right, this next question is, take us through the process of how you decide to make a scent. How do you come up with the name, scent, and jar? So believe it or not, y'all, I literally think of this stuff on the spot. I am if impulsive was a person, like, it's me. I will literally sit there, come up with an idea, and that idea has turned into a vision, like, instantly. Like, I don't care. It's getting done. I want a fall candle. We about to come up with some fall scents, a fall, like, I think of everything on the spot. There is no planning ahead for me. I'm a procrastinator, and I am very impulsive when it comes to things like this. Don't get me wrong on that. When it comes to things like this, like business, I'm a very on the spot, in the moment, and run with it type of person. So when it comes to mixing scents, the website that I use to order my oils from, they also do a really good job of helping people like me find the perfect scents for the perfect seasons. Of course, they have everything categorized on the website, so I just kind of go through and see what's new, see what I think would be popping for that particular season or that particular moment, and I just go with it. Like, I just go with it. I know that's not really helpful probably to the person that asked this question, but how I come up with this stuff, it's just on the spot. I don't even know if I could give you a perfect answer for that. Everything is on the spot with me, and so far it's worked out in my favor, so I ain't complaining. We gonna keep right on trucking how we've been trucking. We'll move on to the next question. I have this is a long one. Being a mother of two young, impressionable girls, in burning your truth, what are you hoping that the transparency of your personal truth will affect the young ladies or women they will become, and how will your truth mold their future? So I'm pretty sure that went over everybody's head. To dumb that question down, being a mother of two, yes, I am a mother of two, ages 3 and 6, Nova and Reagan, aka Ray Ray. She's my wild child. So in being a mother to them, what do I hope to get out of burning my very own personal truth? And how do I think that will affect them as they continue to grow into young women? That is a great question. Everybody wants their kids to be the opposite of them. Let's start there. Like, we all want that for our kids. We want them to be better and smarter and braver and all that good stuff. So My answer to this question would be, I want them to know that mom is not perfect and neither are they, and that is okay. I want them to see how much I struggle with using my own words. And in return, I want them to grow and understand that if you can't use your words, there are other ways to do it without being violent, without being, anything negative. There are positive ways to get those emotions and those feelings off without feeling like you have to keep them bottled up until you explode or anything like that. I don't want them to feel crazy for any way they feel. So I hope that years down the line, when my own kids watch this video, whenever that may be, I want them to be like, dang, like, that's my mama. Like, and I am. And I just, like, they have so much of me in them anyway that, I don't know, y'all. Like, my kids literally amaze me every day. The things they say, the way they act, like, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. But when I see them doing things that I used to do as a kid, or that I even do still to this day, whether it's good or bad, it's a teaching moment for myself. Like, to see the types of things that rub off on your own kids, and to see the types of things that they pick up on, or that they saw you do and now all of a sudden they're doing it. Like, what we do, what we say, how we dress, how we act, like, truly affects our children. Those of us that have them know, like, that is a fact. Kids pick up on literally everything. So in burning my own truth, I want them to see and know that it is okay to feel however they are feeling in any given moment, whether it's happy, sad, mad. Like, I'm not gonna take y'all back to pre-K. Like, y'all know y'all's feelings. It's okay. So I hope that answers that question. I'm sure I can get into more detail about it, but maybe we'll add that to the next episode. So I appreciate this question. That was a really good one. So we'll go back to our little jar here and see what we got. Another 2-liner. After experiencing heartbreak with someone you were building a life with, what gave you the strength to leave and the courage to love again? It sounds like a Medea movie. He gives me courage. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Somebody just posted that on Facebook the other day. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, so after my first real heartbreak, how did I get the courage to love again? I just feel like as long as there's love within me, like, I will always be open to love from someone else. I don't believe in, like, I don't have no more love to give. Like, I'm not that type of person. I'm always have love to give, like, always. So in terms of heartbreak, you give it a few days and you eventually learn to just move on. Does it suck? Yes. Everybody processes things differently, but for me, I'm a very what's next type of person. I'm gonna dwell in my feelings for a while, but no one else may know. You may know the first couple of days because obviously, like, you got me messed up. Clearly. So, the first few days, great. But after a while, you wake up and you realize life goes on. The world is still spinning. The dude that broke my heart probably ain't even stunned me no more. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you just wake up and you realize it really does not matter. Like, nothing matters as much as we think it does. We just let that thinking get to us and it takes over. Like, literally takes over. So I guess that leads to the courage part. You let it take over, but how do you like get it out? And for me, that's staying active, but that's not me ignoring my feelings. I think as time goes on, like, there's random moments where I will kind of lash out, and it's because I'm still dealing with emotions. Not right now, like, but in that moment of heartbreak. Like, I'm sure even when I think, no, like, I'm good, like, every now and then I may have that lash out moment that was like, you're not good. But it's literally a day by day by day, and the quicker you realize that it doesn't matter as much as we think it does, like, the easier that becomes. And like I said, as long as I have breath in my body, I will have love to give, and I will always feel like there's somebody, out there. So that's not like I said, I'm not one of those ones that's like, I done had my heart broken so many times, like, I'm done with love. Like, that ain't me, because we all want love. So I'm glad to be where I am now. I'm good. So life goes on and things do not matter as much as we think they do. Yeah, that's another one that we may follow up on and get into more detail about. But until then, we will move on to the next question because we have lots. Let's see here. What is your wash and go routine? Woo! Y'all wouldn't believe me if I told y'all. First and foremost, design essential products. I learned from the best, my aunt. Like, that is all she used to use in my hair. So, that was always my thing. It's like, I want to use what my hairstylist used. Like, because clearly if she can use this stuff and my hair be flowing in the wind, why would I not use the same stuff? So I've been using design essential products for years now. I have branched out. There is a follower of mine, Textured Felice. I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, like, don't kill me. But her oil, her conditioner, her shampoo, like, 10 out of 10 would recommend. So Adriana, shout out to you. Shout out to Textured Felice. Lord Jesus, I hope I'm saying that right. Do not kill me if I'm not. I am so sorry. But her name is Adriana. I do follow her. So you can find her in my follow list. Or if you're watching this video, Adriana, like, put your info in the comments. Let these people know. Because, girl, 10 out of 10. Like, when I switched, I ain't even going to say switch. Because I do still use my design essential products. Don't get me wrong. But I have noticed that I love the way Adriana's products make my hair feel also. And that's a big thing for me. Like, having curls, I have to have the best products. I don't want my hair crunchy. I don't want my hair white. I don't want my hair ashy. I don't want my hair, like, I just don't want it. I don't want it. And I'm not putting anything and everything in my hair. So I try to stick to what I know works and leave it at that. So my wash and go routine is simply getting in the shower. I put my shampoo, whether it's the Design Essentials or Adriana's products, I wash and comb through and literally go. I don't do anything extra. I don't do that blow drying stuff where you stick it to your scalp and I don't do none of that. I will wash my hair, comb it through, get out. I may put a little oil in it and I'm gone. I don't do too much now with my hair because I'm telling you, I'm super funny about my hair and I just ain't got time. So that is my wash and go routine. Design Essential products, Adriana's products, shampoo, conditioner, and a little oil. That's it. That's all. So moving on to the next question. let's see what we got. How crazy, y'all, I cannot make this up. What's your skincare routine? Your skin always looks amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Skincare routine, another one. Y'all not gonna believe me if I tell y'all, but water. That's enough. When it comes to me, I'm a very simple girl. I am so simple, like it's not even funny. I use hot water in the shower. Whoosh. That is it. Very rarely I will put makeup on. Like if I'm going out or something, I will have makeup on my face. And so of course at night, I got to get that stuff off, and I do need more than water to get makeup off. So I will use like the Neutrogena wipes. Don't kill me. Like all you estheticians out there. I saw something on Facebook talking about, as an esthetician, these are products I would never use. Sorry, not sorry. Like that's what honey, wipe and go. Again, I am simple. I don't care. It ain't done nothing bad to my face yet. Fingers crossed. And I don't wear makeup that often anyway. So I use these wipes once in a blue moon. I will, wipe the makeup off my face. If I run out of wipes, I will sometimes grab like a small thing of the Clean and Clear Neutrogena. Maybe whatever sounds good and it's in a cute bottle. I'll use that. But again, it's very rare that I use it. I only use facial products if I'm wearing makeup and trying to get it off. That is it. Other than that, I get in the shower. That's it. Water. I don't do the serum and the mask and the cucumbers and the spray and the... Maybe I'm tired just talking about it. I don't do it. I don't do it because my patience is like this, and I don't like my counter to be a mess. So if I got 5 different facial products on my counter, like it's gonna piss me off because it's just too much. It's too much. I'm simple. So water. That is my skincare routine. Simple as it'll ever get. So next. Our next question, I should say. Do you think it's easier to be truthful with yourself or others? This is a great question. This one I can answer, and I don't even have to think about it. I'm more truthful with myself than I will ever be with anybody else. That's not to say I'm fake, phony. Like, before y'all start, what I mean by that is I will sit and talk to myself, even not necessarily out loud, but in my head. I'm constantly talking to myself, and the minute I get in front of someone else, I freeze. That is a truth of mine. It's kind of like that thing where when you're in front of somebody, like, I should have said such, but you don't think about it until you leave. Like, dang, I should have said this, I should have said that. Oh, I could have got him, I could have got her. Like, I could have said da. But I don't. I keep a lot of stuff inside until, the time is right. Sometimes the time is never right. So I just never say anything. But I'ma always say it to myself. I'ma always be like, now Ariana, like, you wrong. You shouldn't deal with this. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't have said, you shouldn't. Like, I'm gonna always sit and be in my thoughts. It's just something about me that when I have the moment to speak up, I don't. There's another question that somebody asked me that will get more into the why. Like, there's another part, so we'll come back to this one. Let's see what else we got real quick. Y'all, these pages smell so good. I still had some candle wax left in the jar, so The jar was in my car for a short period of time, and it's so hot outside. With the wax, like, I don't even know if y'all can see. But anyway, the wax melted on the papers and they smell great. Shop BYT. Okay. What is your goal for year 27 and how do you plan to achieve it? I want a storefront. Do y'all hear me? I want a storefront. BYT is going to be in somebody's store, whether it's my store or somebody else's. I want to get my product out there. Selling something like candles, how can you not want to smell before you purchase? Like I've said before, I am thankful and grateful enough to where people have loved the candles that they have received. I've never heard any negative feedback. Like, girl, I got this candle and you know you wrong because this shit stank. Like, I've never gotten that. So if you do feel that way, shame on you for not telling me. Otherwise, like, I haven't had any issues, but I know people would love to come and smell candles. Like, how could you not? So my goal for 2027, or not 2027, Lord Jesus, for the year 27 is to get my product in a store. And I'm not saying we got to jump as far as, you know, Walmart or Target or wherever. I'm not saying that. It can be a boutique. It can be local. It can be like, it got to be somewhere other than in my house. That's all I'm saying. That's my goal. So let's move right along. I already asked that question. I'm making sure I'm not dropping any. Where do you see BYT, aka Burn Your Truth, in the next 5 years? Now, in the next 5 years, y'all got me messed up, baby. We worldwide in 5 years. It's gonna be in Walmart, to all of the above, Bed Bath and Beyond, baby. We going global. 5 years, freaking 5 years, baby. We going all the way. Like, we going all the way in 5 years. Period. Next, let's see. How many shoes do you have? Great way to lighten up the mood, because I feel like all these questions been slick serious. So, how many shoes do you have? So, 1, 2. No, I'm just playing. I have no idea. I have trash bags of shoes, boxes of shoes, and then about 20 pair that are like organized, like stacked up against the wall. If I had to guess, I would say like 40-ish. And then are we including are we talking about just tennis shoes or like sandals? Like, are sandals considered shoes? Like, I don't know. Total, I would say like 40 to 50. If we're just counting tennis shoes, I'd say like 20-ish. I love shoes. I do not consider myself a sneakerhead, but I have gotten into the dunks. So I love a good pair of dunks. I have like 3 or 4 pair now, and I plan to continue to grow that collection. I'm also officially a bougie girl. Like, someone let the cat out the bag at my job. They were getting me a pair of On Clouds for my birthday. So thank you very much. I will officially be a part of the Bougie Girl Club with my On Clouds. So don't judge me when you see me. Like, just tell me I love your shoes because they're cute. So, shoe-wise, anywhere from 20-something if we're counting just tennis shoes, or like 40-something, 50-something if we count like all my shoes. So, love a good pair of shoes. What is next? What truth do you want your kids to know? When I was cutting this question out, I said, Ariana, you're not going to cry. Ariana, you're not going to cry. Ariana, you're not going to cry. And guess what? I'm not going to cry. What truth do I want my kids to know? The world is cruel, but you be kind. Anybody that knew me through intermediate school, middle school, or high school, maybe even college, but especially middle school and high school, anybody that knew me personally, that was in the same circles as I am, knew what I went through middle school and high. I would never want to relive high school, middle school, or intermediate school. I hated all three of them because, first of all, what is the intermediate school? I was born and raised in Savannah, Georgia. Fun fact. Shout out to Savannah. We moved here in the 6th grade, 7th grade, one of them grades. My mom moved us to Tennessee, and it was like from the time we moved here. When I tell y'all, the minute I stepped through the door at Andrew Jackson Intermediate School, like, I knew right then, like, this ain't gonna work. It was nonstop drama, girl, catty drama from intermediate school to high school. Not to mention the people that weren't inside my circle but heard about what was going on in the circle. Then they start talking stuff. Then it just turned into literally like the worst years of my life. There was always a reason for somebody not to like me. There was always a reason for somebody to be mad about something. There was always a reason for somebody to be petty about something. There was always a reason. Always. No, I do not want to go back. Oh, I wish I could go back to middle school. No. Baby, you could have skipped me from elementary straight to college because I will never want to relive any of those years. So the truth that I want my kids to know, people gonna talk stuff, whether it be to your face or behind your back. People are gonna say things that are not true. People are gonna say, can y'all tell how mad I'm getting? Like, this heats me up, baby, because I know, my homegirls know, it was always something. I want my kids to know, regardless of what anybody thinks of you, says about you, whatever, you be kind. Now, I'm not saying I handled every situation perfectly, because I did not. I let people get to me and get me to a point where I'm literally crying and shaking because I'm just so mad. But one thing nobody can ever say about me is that I did not keep my cool. As mad as I got, as many tears came out of my eyes, as red as my face got, you weren't finna catch me looking stupid out here fighting for what? Doing what for what? Doing that for what? For what? Literally, for what? One thing I never understood about when it came to like drama and fighting is that, guess what? We finna fight and win or lose. Baby, I still don't like you. Like, I still don't like you. It's still the same tension gonna be in the room. So why waste my energy? Why waste my strength? Like, just why? So let me stop ranting and get back to this question. One thing I want my kids to know, be kind and screw what anybody got to say about you, because at the end of the day, it don't matter. Like, that goes back to one of them other questions. It don't matter. If I've learned nothing else, it don't matter, because years from now, none of that stuff is gonna matter. Like, I can attest to that. Half the stuff I went through in middle school and high school to this day does not matter. Shoot, I'm cool with half of the people that didn't like me. Like, it's no more, it ain't no beef no more, because it shouldn't have been beef to begin with. Like, let's all just live. Like, we all living, we all young, we all trying to do what's hot and what's popping and whatever. Like, we're all just trying to figure this thing out. Like, so I want my girls to know, like, just be kind. It's going to work out in your favor in the end, because you get all worked up and you get yourself into sticky situations, and then you look like you have to answer to that. Like, why did I do that? When I really could have just walked away, or I really could have just, like, said okay. Like, it didn't matter how mad I got. I knew I couldn't go home and tell my mama that I did anything stupid over the stupid stuff that we used to be beefing about. Like, there was no way I was going home and telling my mama that. Like, my mama wasn't going for that stuff. And I'm going to be the same way with my kids. Like, don't come home and tell me nothing stupid. Like, you got to make it make sense for me. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And if my child is wrong, whoop, look at y'all. If my child is wrong, she's wrong. And if she's right, baby, we taking that to the like, we going all the way with it. Like, be kind. Do not let people get to you. Or if they do get to you, don't let it get to a point of getting physical, or like I said, putting yourself in situations that you don't need to be in, that could have been avoided. So let folks talk, honey, especially anyway. Next question. What is your fave meal to prepare and your favorite wine? I do not have a favorite meal that I like to prepare. I love to cook. I love to watch the cooking channel. I can watch it from sun up to sundown. I love watching guys' grocery games. I love watching them shop and cook stuff out of random stuff. I love everything about food. But I do not have a favorite meal that I just would look like, oh, I just want to make this. Like, I don't have one. I can't talk. Dishes that I make on a regular basis would be like spaghetti, tacos, but I feel like that stuff don't count because I'm not having to put much effort into it. I'm a random girl, so I'll be watching a cooking show and just one day be like, I want to make that thing that I saw. So I don't have a favorite that I like to prepare. I cook whatever sounds good in the moment and just roll with it. My favorite wine, any type of Stella Rosa. Call me a basic chick, I don't care. But I like sweet wine. If it's not sweet, I don't want it. So don't bring me no Merlot and I'll have your finest glass of champagne. Baby, we can run the Kroger real quick and I'll be like all I need is any type of Stella Rosa. I don't care. So that's my favorite wine. Anything sweet. Even if it's not Stella Rosa, as long as it's sweet, you can leave that fancy stuff somewhere else. I don't want it. Next question. If you could list 3 things that make up you as a person, what would they be? If you could list 3 things that make up you as a person, what would they be? 3 things that make up me. Dependable. You can always count on Ariana. And what I mean by that is, you know what? Let me change that word. Because the more I think about it, I'm dependable in certain situations. If I ain't feeling it, I may not be so dependable. So let me change that word. Let me scratch that. 3 things that make up Ariana, like across the board, not just in certain situations, but across the board. I am genuine. My love is genuine. My kindness is genuine. My words of advice are genuine. I come from a very genuine place. If I don't feel it, I ain't saying it. I'm not one to just say things in the moment. If I'm going to say it, it's because I mean it. I am a super genuine person. That's number 1. I am something else that makes up Ariana. Oh, this is hard. I am genuine. I am fragile. I will cry on the drop of a dime. Literally. Don't say too much. Don't do too much. I will cry. Or, let me change that. No, I'm going to keep it. What am I talking about, y'all? 3 things that make up Ariana. I am genuine. I am fragile or sensitive, if you want to use the word sensitive. Either way, just know if it's sad, I'm gonna cry. If I'm mad, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. The 3rd thing that makes up Ariana is determined. If I want it to get done, it's gonna get done. End the conversation. So I'm a go-getter in that aspect. Like, if I want it to be done, like I said, it will be done. Like, if I bring up something that doesn't get done, then my heart really wasn't in it. But when it comes to like I'ma do something, like I'ma do it. I'ma do it. So next question. Reflecting over your 27 years of life, if you had the power to change anything, what would it be and why? The power to change anything. I probably would have. What keeps coming to mind is college. Like, I felt like I was in college for forever. For faults, like, it was my fault. Both my children were conceived during college. So, of course, being pregnant, like, duh, that slowed me down for sure. But I was determined. I was not dropping out. So whether I was in school for 10 years, baby, if I stopped, I was not going back. And I knew that about me. Like, ain't no gap year over here. Because it's going to be a gap years with an S. Like, because I'm not going. I'm not going. So I stayed in college a lot longer than I should have because of my pregnancies, because classes, like my living situations were kind of changing during college. So I was transferring schools. I was at Austin P, then I was at University of Memphis Lambeth campus. Then it was, okay, now I'm finna drive to Memphis and do classes at the university. Like, my college years were prolonged. So if I had the power to change anything, it would be how long it took me to get through school. Because I feel like had I ended it sooner, certain things would have. I'm really trying to think of how I want to say this. The power to change anything. It would, like I said, like I'm just gonna leave it at that. This may be another one of those like come back, follow up on, but it would be my college experience and a couple things that I went through in college and like that led me to having to stay in school as long as I did. But it doesn't matter. I graduated. Cheers to me. Yes. That's all that mattered. So, next question. Will people be able to mix their own scents to create a personalized product? No. If y'all knew how hard it was to do the science of it all, like I got my wax, I'm gonna melt my wax, I'm gonna pour this oil in here and boom, I got a candle. I put a lot of work into my candles. Like, I'm ordering 5 different oils for one candle because I'm wanting to mix a little bit of this, but just a little bit more of this. And then if I do a pinch of this, like I really be in there, like all I'm missing is the darn science goggles. Like I really be in there experimenting with scents. I think that's another thing that sets me apart from other candle businesses. Like I said, I'm not just the mix it up and boom. Like, no. A lot goes into my scents. A lot goes into my candles in general. So, I'm not at a point yet where I'm ready to let y'all experiment and waste my oil. Because y'all not finna be mixing up stuff. Somehow, oh, I don't like it. Like, let's change it. And then I gotta pour all this mixed oil down and drink. Baby, candle products are not cheap. Depending on where you get them from, they are not cheap. And mine are not cheap. So, no, I'm not going to let y'all play with my stuff. Like, you get what I made, or you don't. And that's okay. If you don't like my scent, that's okay. There are too many other candle businesses out here, like, for y'all to be tripping on mine. So, to answer this question, no. Now, I'm not saying that will never be an option. There's one place I went to in Nashville for a birthday one year. where we got to sit down and, you know, make our own candles. You got to pick whatever oil you wanted. Y'all, it is a gnat in here and it's about to piss me off. That was a great experience. It was so much fun getting to pick our own oils and yada, yada, yada. When I blow up, we can rediscuss this question. But for right now, while I'm spending my hard-earned money on these products, y'all not finna play with me. Like, so no. But will it ever be an option? Sure. Just not right now. Not right now. Next question. What's the most impulsive thing you've done? Start this candle business. Literally, y'all, this goes back to something I said earlier. I literally sat there one night and said, I'm sick of it. I want to do something for me. I want to do something that I'm going to enjoy. I want to do something that other people are going to enjoy. I want to do something. And I'm telling y'all, the minute I get something in my head, if I really want to do it, I'm going to do it. Believe it or not, Burn Your Truth was started overnight. I had the idea that night. I woke up that morning and said, okay, we finna create this Instagram page. We finna add products to my cart. We finna, how much this costs. We finna research. We finna YouTube. And before I knew it, like, boom. I have a candle business. Like, that was the most impulsive thing of it. Like, literally, because I think, like, looking on it now, it's like, I really did that, and I'm really doing this, and will continue to do this. I love making candles, and I love it even more when y'all love my candles. So, yes, believe it or not, this whole idea happened overnight. Fun fact. Let's see. What is your short-term and long-term goal for BYT? And what is the ultimate goal for Burn Your Truth? Short-term, like I said, I want my product somewhere, anywhere other than in my kitchen. Long-term, again, I want to be in some sort of franchise long-term. But short term, I will, I'm wanting something local, or, yeah, pretty much like something local for short term and something franchise, like bigger than ever for long term. Ultimately, I just want a successful business. I want it to be where every day there's at least one candle being, purchased or sold, or however you want to put it. I want to get to a point where I don't have to worry about going weeks without a purchase. Like, I want it to be so big that every day somebody somewhere is trying to purchase a Burn Your Truth candle. So that would be the ultimate goal. Good question. I always like the goal questions. Why are you so inspirational / positive? With the inspirational side of it, I think I would need more, like, I would have questions for the person that asked this. What ways do I inspire you? Like, how do you feel inspired? Like, I can't believe someone even asked me this question, because do I look at me and think, ooh, yeah, I'm inspired? Like, absolutely not. In terms of why I'm so positive, I think it just goes back to what I think is going to be my new motto. It don't matter. Like, I'm telling y'all, the minute I realized that nothing matters anymore, especially when it comes to your happiness and your sanity, like, baby, you gotta let that stuff go. Plus, I feel like you get more when your attitude is right. So I try my hardest to, when I'm out in public, not let things show. But I will be honest, like, when I get home, I'm not so positive. I may scream, I may say the same cuss word over and over. I may cry. I may, like, when I get home, it's a whole nother ball game. But when I step out the door, I do try my best to not let it show. And by doing that, as days or time goes on, I just eventually get back to that point where I'm like, it don't matter. Like, so I'm actually like super honored that you in particular, you know who you are, who asked this question. Like, I can't believe you even think that way about me, but I love you for that, and I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing. Yeah, we're not gonna get too deep in that one because y'all gonna make me cry. Let's see what the next question is. What would be the perfect day with your girls? My girls have been dying to go to a beach. They want to be on the beach, and I've really just been waiting for my youngest to get to an age where I don't feel like she's just gonna go and like eat the sand for dinner. So she's definitely past that time point. Like, the timing has just been off when we do get a chance. But the perfect day with the girls will be somewhere on some beach. Like, they are dying to go to the beach. So, girls trip coming soon. Coming soon. Let's get to the next question. What is your favorite tattoo and the meaning behind it? So, those of you that don't know, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tattoos. Ooh, my favorite one is the one on my wrist that people always ask me about. If you read it one way, it says I'm fine. If you read it the other way, it says save me. Why that's my favorite one is because that's my favorite line. Anybody that asks me, oh, how are you? I'm fine. How are you? I could have had the worst day possible, but if you ask how you doing, I'm fine. But in certain situations, deep down, I am like, dear God, save me. And I think people think of this tattoo because I think it was created in terms of depression and suicide and, you know, the super dark things. But it can also, for me, sometimes be as simple as, like, literally, like, just somebody help me. Like, I am stressed. I am whatever the emotion is. Like, somebody just save me. Like, get me out of this. But if you ask me how I'm doing, I'm fine. Like, I'm always going to be fine. Like, that will forever be my answer. Like, I'm never going to tell you, oh, I'm terrible, or, oh, I'm just really sad today. Like, or I'm just like, no, I'm fine. Like, it's always going to be, I'm fine. But deep down, like, there are times where I'm just like, anybody save me at this point. Yeah, so that's probably my favorite one because it is, like, so accurate, like, literally. Just to touch on my other tattoos, just because they all have me, like, that's one thing about me. It's not going on my body if it don't mean nothing to me. I have the day my granddad died. I have a clock on my shoulder that reads 5 o'clock, and in the middle, the initials are AMH. Me and all of my siblings have the same initials, including my dad. So it's me, 3 brothers, and my dad. We all have the same initials, and it's 5 of us. So I set the clock to 5 o'clock, and our initials in the middle. I love that one because, like I said, it just represents me and my dad and my siblings. And then I do have one on my stomach. We're not gonna get into that. Next, my favorite one is the one on my wrist. So that answers the question. Once you burn your truth, what do you do next? Great question. So the idea of burning your truth is to get it out. Get it out to a point where it's not consuming you anymore. That's not to say that you can't still think about that thing or, you know, feel some type of way, but to not let it consume you. So in thinking about burning your truth, you know, setting things to fire, once it's burnt, it's gone. It turns to ashes, it's gone. So that's the general idea of burning a candle, burning your truth. Look at the name of the candle that you purchased from me, whether it's soft era. Like, what does it mean to be in your soft era? In what ways are you in your soft? Like, is that something you relate? Like, are you in your soft era right now? Like, or are you in a place where you're wanting to get to a soft era? Like, let's talk about it. Like, and once you've talked about it, the idea is to let your candle burn until, it's kind of like a metaphor, I guess. Like, let it dwell inside you or burn inside you until it eventually turns to ashes and it's gone. But even when ashes are gone, like I said, that's not to say like you can never think about it again. Like, once you've burned it, it's over. Like, that's not realistic. Our loved ones pass away and they get cremated. Just because we dumped those ashes in the water or did whatever we did with them, that doesn't mean like, okay, that person's gone, like, next, like, or, whatever. No, like, I'm still going to think about that person. So I'm still going to think about that thing, but it's not going to consume me to a point where I cannot think about anything else, or it's affecting my mood, or it's affecting my attitude. Like, burn your truth, talk about it out loud, write about, like, whatever. Like, so the idea of burning your truth, like what you do afterwards, or what, how was it worded? Shoot, where did I put, y'all? Once you burn your truth, what do you do next? You grow from it. You grow. You say your piece and you move on, because what's my motto? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Oh my gosh, if I do not get this neck. At the end of the day, it does not matter. Not as much as we think it does. So, the next question. What is your biggest failure and what did you learn from that experience? So, I was super excited to get to this question. The reason why is because I literally just saw a post on Instagram earlier today that talked about being a Virgo. Yes, I am a Virgo. I just missed the cutoff for being a Leo, but I am Virgo gang. What was the question? I'm tripping, y'all. What is your biggest failure and what did you learn from that experience? My biggest failure is not letting people